I don't think anybody else has figured this out yet, but Aldi has half-price ready-made meals that are nutritious and healthy for you, made by one of the biggest people in the industry right now. Oh, that is a smell. That is a very strong, spicy... It's a home brand. Hey, so I'm Nick and you just watched an intro that was kind of clickbaity, but 100% true. And I'm gonna prove this with a little bit of journalistic integrity. So sit down, buckle in, and enjoy this adventurous ride into the world of Aldi healthy ready-made meals. Now, I want to start this off kind of explaining what I mean by ready-made meals. You see, Aldi produces, of course, pizzas, kebabs, and all sorts of things that you can consume and eat that are unhealthy for you. You know, like those microwavable pizzas and things. In fact, it has a fantastic range of microwave pizzas. This is not what I'm talking to you about. Basically, I discovered that Aldi is using the same meals as the very famous and very good My Muscle Chef range. In fact, the best way for me to explain is to show you. So grab your coat, let's go down to the shopping center. So approximately 6 months ago, Aldi brought to the market a new range of Pro meals. They were called Pro Food, and they had their own range, their own website, and same vacuum seal technology that has made My Muscle Chef so popular. Coincidence? Not really. That they hire other companies to create their own products and just simply repackage them for the Aldi shelves. I have a few different meals from both Aldi and the health food shop here, so let's see how they compare. I'm back here in the apartment and let me show you what I've got. First of all, we have the My Muscle Chef meal. This is the typical chef meal that you can buy at a range of different locations, mostly independent stores. Now, this is Chipotle Chicken. I want you to watch this. What is this? Chipotle Chicken Bowl. Why would Aldi have the exact same Chipotle meal if it was a different brand? So looking at them, you can see that they're obviously very similar. They're called the same thing and you can see the same ingredients. I can see the cabbage, the chicken, the sauce, and the thing, and I can see the sauce, the chicken, and these veggies, and then the cabbage, and then the beans and the salad. Now let's take them apart and see how they compare. Now, judging by what's actually on the back here, I can actually tell you what the difference is between these two products. The Aldi one is slightly bigger and it seems to have a little bit more chicken and a substantial more amount of black beans, which seems to be the only real difference. There's actually only about a 50-calorie difference between the two, which for a fitness enthusiast like myself is really not that much to get worried about. Now you're probably wondering how I know that these products are actually from My Muscle Chef, apart from the obvious identical comparisons. About 6 months ago, Aldi ranged a brand of foods called Pro Meals, and this is the beef stroganoff with spinach sort of spaghetti noodles. Now, what's really interesting about this is if you look closely at the packaging, which I have upside down here, you can actually see something rather interesting made by My Muscle Chef. Now, if I was to look in my fridge here, would I be able to find a My Muscle Chef meal that had these exact same identical ingredients? Beef stroganoff with spinach pasta from My Muscle Chef. Without a doubt, I think at this point that for whatever reason, Aldi has decided to change the name away from Pro Meals to Foodie Fresh and is now ranging a few My Muscle Chef meals for a substantially cheaper price inside the Aldi stores. The fact of the matter is that these Aldi meals are for sale for only $6.95, whilst the My Muscle Chef meals go for an average of $9.95, if not more, and all you're getting is a little bit more black beans. Aldi actually has two My Muscle Chef meals, sorry, my mistake, two Foodie fresh meals in their range at the moment. They used to have the beef stroganoff, which actually retailed for cheaper than the chicken bowl. However, they seem to have got rid of that for now, but Aldi's always changing up the flavors depending on sales. So the two flavors that they have, the first one is the Chicken Chipotle Bowl, which is 525 calories with 33 grams of protein, a little bit less protein than the My Muscle Chef version, 22 grams of fat and 42 grams of carbohydrate. The meal is the Coconut Turmeric Chicken with pumpkin mash. It's a little bit lighter on the protein with only 29 grams, but it does have very little fat with only 14 grams and 23 grams of carbohydrate. So definitely a good after gym meal if you're cutting or trying to get lean for summer. Are they as tasty as the My Muscle Chef versions? Oh, let's find out. I have turmeric all over my hands from trying to open the packaging. Well, this is what it looks like. Coconut turmeric chicken with pumpkin mash. I mean, it doesn't really look like... I want the mash to look like that. That does not look the same. But it can look terrible, and if it's good for me, reaches my nutritionist goals, and is delicious, then I love it. So let's find out if it passes that last test. So it's a little bit tangy and quite thick on the tongue. I had a little bit trouble then just sort of swallowing it. It's quite sort of puree. It kind of tastes a little bit like you might expect baby food, but the coconut turmeric is actually quite delicious, and the pumpkin mash is a nice alternative to potato mash, especially if you're trying to watch your calories. This is actually only 347 calories as a meal, and yet I imagine it's going to be quite filling when I finish it. The chicken feels like quite high quality. I like the green beans being in there. It gives it a different texture from just being sort of mash and sort of a gravy on top of it. Oh, that is a smell. That is a very strong, spicy Mexican smell. Something, yeah, definitely something that you would get at like a Mexican restaurant. It's not bad, it's delicious, but it's definitely a very big change from the turmeric chicken that I just tried. And I am eating these meals in full, by the way. These meals are actually so low calorie. This one's only 500, the one before was 350, that it's actually a good way to sort of cut down or lose weight and actually fill yourself up. I mean, definitely don't remember all that black stuff. But let's get in there and taste it and see what we actually think. So let's go. Quite a bit spicy. I would call this like a medium. This is not really a mild dish. It's that sort of Mexican sort of fajita spice kicking in. But I tell you what, the cabbage and the chicken and the rice and the black beans is gonna make this meal very filling. It's gonna fill me up quite a bit. And I like the little tomatoes there that gives it that sort of different flavor. But because it's kind of like a bowl, it's gonna have sort of not a monotonous taste throughout. It's not like before where I could go pumpkin, turmeric, and green beans. This seems like it's just gonna be the same sort of thing throughout. So I'll finish off this meal, and then I'll give both of them the rating out of 5. So I've just finished both meals in the one sitting, just with some Netflix and just hanging out, and I can give my final sort of after dinner review. So I'd say that the turmeric chicken, whilst it's good, it doesn't really have the protein that I would expect from a chicken dish. And the 350 calories is good if you're really health conscious or if you just want a small meal. But for someone of my size, I'm 6 foot by the way, and I require 2,300 calories per day, it really doesn't hit the mark. So I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. Now for the Chipotle Chicken Burrito Bowl, I would actually say that this was a bit better. It was very filling, even though it is very spicy. So that's why I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I'm not a spicy person, and I find that it's just a little bit too much to have on the regular. That's it from me today. So hit that subscribe button down below if you want more ready meal reviews and more content just like this. Have a great day. Chipotle Chicken Burrito Bowl. Now for the Chipotle